So here we have what is called a bunker, and it's also known as a sand shot, and it's also one of the hardest shots in golf. And no matter how good you are, you're going to find yourself in a bunker at some point. And almost every course, besides every green, we have what is called a greenside bunker. And if you want to become a good golfer, you're going to have to learn how to hit out of the sand and do it well. And it's a very different shot than other shots. What we're actually going to do is we're going to play this ball a little more forward in our stance instead of in the middle here. We're going to have it kind of towards our left leg here, a left toe. Another thing we want to do is kind of plant our feet just to get a feel for the sand, and also so we're not sliding on the sand when we hit our shot. And what we're going to do is grab a very high lofted club, and in this case I have a 60-degree wedge, and I'm even going to increase its loft, and by doing that I'm basically just turning it to the right just so the club face is facing further up. And what we want to do is hit about 2 inches behind the ball, and right here, if you want to come look, we can draw a line, and about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, it really varies, and that is where I want my club face to strike the sand. I'm not trying to actually hit the ball, unlike in most other shots. I want to hit my club face to the sand right at that line. So what that will look like is if my ball was here and this is where I want to strike it, it'll kind of look something like this. So we didn't end up hitting the ball, we ended up hitting kind of the line, and that's really the main technique of hitting a sand shot. So I'm gonna get set up for this one here. Remember, keep our ball towards our the front of our stance, and we really want to put weight on our left leg here, just to help us kind of hit down on the ball, just to help it, which helps it kind of fly out of the bunker and make it up onto the green there. So do my best here to hit a good shot and see where it goes. So I am very happy with that, and if we look back at my divot here, we could see the kind of the remnants of our line. If we want to come look, you can see the line right here. I kind of was a little before that line, but this is pretty soft sand, so my club flew through it pretty well, and our ball was about here. And that's just kind of the basics of a sand shot. There's also fairway bunkers, which are almost the same. You're basically doing the same thing, just with a club that will hit the ball a little further. And like I said, it's one of the hardest shots in golf, but to become a really good golfer, you have to perfect it. And you can see that's what that looks like. The final step of hitting a sand shot or a bunker shot is we have to rake the bunker. And this is just another aspect of etiquette, and it's really just so other golfers' balls aren't in footprints like we have here. And what I'm going to do is start from where I hit my ball and just kind of rake it and flatten out the sand here. there we go, good as new. That is how we rake a bunker and hit a sand shot. So here I have a shot where my approach shot came up short and we ended up not making the green. We're in the rough here, and about 20 yards from the hole. And this is called a chip shot. It's one of the most important shots in golf. And what we really want to do here is we want to have our feet closer together. We want to have the ball kind of on our left foot here. So I'm gonna come from this angle. We kind of have the ball like lined up with our left foot here. And we want a lot of weight on our left foot where we can easily just kind of pick our right foot up. And it's just this nice, smooth swing. Almost think like a pendulum, how it just kind of goes back and forth, back and forth. And another important thing is we're not trying to, stab at the ground here. We're not trying to, do this. What we really want is a nice, smooth, kind of brush the ground here. Not too much grass is coming off the ground. Our club isn't stopping when it hits the ground. We just want to brush the grass, the top of the grass, kind of almost cutting it in half with the bottom of the club face here. And it's just nice and smooth. We don't want to bring it too far above our waist. And yeah, hopefully we can knock this close and, save par here. Take a look from behind it here, just also to read the green. That's a pretty decent shot there. See about 6 to 8 feet there. And our goal here is to save par. And I think we set ourselves up nicely for that. So let's go save par. So here we are on the green. This is where the scoring happens in golf, and this is where we are going to putt the ball. And to do so, we're gonna have to actually read the green here and look for break and right to left, and also if it's uphill or downhill. Also we have our putter here, and putters come in many different shapes and sizes and types. This is called a mallet putter, and this is just my particular preference. There are many different types and brands, and I just happen to like this one. Also, unlike hitting a normal shot, there's many different styles of grips that we can have. For me, what I like to do is almost an overlapping grip here. So we see I just kind of have my hands kind of just overlapping. A lot of people like to just do a typical 10 finger grip here. I personally don't like that, and again, this is just preference. I just like to kind of overlap and kind of just with my thumbs kind of just overlapping each other as well. Just feel like I have better control. Let's talk about the putting stroke. It's very similar to a chip in the sense that it's very smooth, kind of like a pendulum, and we want to just keep our shoulders kind of just going back and forth here. We don't want to hit it too hard, and just a very smooth, not slow, but just kind of good tempo. We're not going like this. We're not going like this. We just kind of want to make it just a smooth, nice stroke, and try and make the putt. So here we have a about 6-footer here. I'm gonna take a look from behind the ball here just to get a sense of which side it's gonna break to. Right off the bat, I can see it's almost a dead straight putt, with a little tail to the left. We could also come look at it from another side, just to kind of get the assurance of the break here. And yeah, I can really confirm from this angle that it's going to go a little to that side, and it's a bit downhill as well, so I don't want to hit this too hard. What I'm also going to do is remove the flag stick. This isn't required, but again, this is just preference, and I feel that I like hitting the putt with no flag stick in. So after looking at the putt from both sides, I've decided where I think this is going to break, and that is just the right. I'm going to aim at the right side of that hole there, and take a few practice swings to decide how I want to hit the putt, and hopefully I can replicate that on the actual shot. Now it's a bit downhill too, so I don't want to hit this too hard just in case I miss it, but I'm going to try and knock it in. So there we go. Pretty good putt there. Gonna place the flag stick back in the hole, and that's how you guys hit a putt there. Again, very important part of golf, and we're gonna move on to the next hole.